Listen. We don't have much time. And this is we spoiling, boy. There is no non-spoiler section right now. We need to talk about episode. I don't even know how many fingers that. 4, 5, and 6. That shit was fire. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kashino, and we are here to talk about Arcane episode 4, 5, and 6. We got so much to cover. I literally just finished watching it, and I really wanted to just go over it because it's actually nuts. So where did we start? There's so much to cover, and I just want to say once again, if you need a synopsis or a quick little thing of how this series goes before watching this, you can check out my first video when I kind of explained all the cool stuff of how amazing this stuff is. I'll touch on it in this video a little bit too, but that has a non-spoiler section if you just want to get into introduced into what this series is kind of about. But most of the people that are here is because they already watched 1, 2, and 3, and now you're on 4, 5, 6. This episode again is going to be 100% M.F.O, which means my fucking opinion. And so if you don't share it or have a different one, which is a YFO, feel free to leave it in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. And let's talk Arcane. I feel crazy because the first thing that I want to talk about is my boy Jace. He smacks some cheeks. Now, I don't remember the chick's name. I should have looked it up before, but I'm just kind of on an excitement high, so I don't have that lady's name. But their relationship has kind of been, going fast. And they never mentioned Jace having a girlfriend or a potential wife. We don't know how deep that relationship goes because that is not a character currently in the League of Legends world. So him fostering this relationship, I think they baited us to think he was going to get into a relationship with Caitlyn, but that seems to be more of a platonic thing. They just seem to be friends. He seems to only want to look out for her, but this chick is making power moves, but she does seem a little bit shady-datey. What I mean by that is that she is trying to coerce him to get sponsors on the side. She's trying to become the next big thing. What I really like about the relationship is that she seems to be coercing him. Like I said, I don't know if she's really trying to trick him per se. She seems like she is manipulating a little bit, but when they sleep together, right? After the fact, she seems to be upset when he leaves in the morning, right? He leaves her in the bed, and she's like, oh, all he wanted was the cheeks. But apparently now we find out, which I'll talk more about Victor, that Victor was dying. They found out Victor was dying, so they went back. And that was kind of crazy as well, because now I'm thinking like, she seemed to show like, that there's a little bit of relationship there. So that seems a little bit more genuine, but at first it seemed like she was trying to manipulate him to either be a more, not corrupt man, but like a man that's really about that, like more political. Like you have to take this more political role, and Jay starts to go haywire with that stuff. And that's kind of where it kind of gets a little crazy. He starts to get more, more involved into Piltover. Instead of just being a scientist, a guy that invents stuff, now he's a political figure. He's on the council now. And as we saw towards the end, he gets Heimerdinger kicked off the council. So we'll see what kind of ramifications that actually has, which I don't know, it just seems weird. It's like, so you kick him out the council, what does that mean? What do you do with that? What does Heimerdinger do? Maybe that's why, because the Heimerdinger I know is an inventor. He invents turrets, he invents stuff. Maybe he gets kicked off the council, and that's where he becomes the Heimerdinger that we know and love, that's experimenting, inventing things. He's very fearful of the hex core stuff, which let's just go straight into Victor. Victor is dying, and now he wants to be, he created the Hextech core, which is funny because if you're from Runeterra, you know that's literally what he uses. Like that's the thing. Every turn that he's out in the field, he creates a Hextech core, and you play it, and it gives him a keyword. He pretty much will get lifesteal, or get challenger, get elusive. And it's crazy to think that the Hextech core in this universe in Arcane is something that responds to biological like information or energy or something like that. They were using it on plants, and you've seen that the plants were growing, but then the plant rejects it after a while. So I'm curious to see how that's going to be used. Now, we all know, like I said, Victor is a fully mechanized kind of man. Heimerdinger, as soon as he saw him after his blood got fused with the Hextech, that it seems as though that Heimerdinger sensed that Victor is now changed. He's augmented already. So like, I don't see him like pushing, like coughing blood or seeming like sickly. He seemed like he was staying straight. He seemed to look like he's already healing in a way, because he's not rejecting it like the plants probably do, like where he was experimenting. He probably saw it in himself and it was like, well, this must be perfectly fine. But he still looks like he needs more, because he already contacted the other guy, which was his old mentor, that's still keeping this diseased dragon thing alive. And yeah, I guess that's where Victor's gonna go. We'll see exactly in the next couple episodes how deep they want to go with Victor, and like, is he gonna become, I feel like he's gonna become the new Underlord City guy. I think that the other guy, I keep forgetting his name, I'm so bad. Vander's brother is how I know him, but he looks like he's gonna, Silco, his name is Silco. Oh, there we go, I just remembered. He looks like, I think he's gonna get bopped in the next couple episodes, and then Victor is going to take over as the Man of Zaun. That is actually what he's known as. He is known as the fallen star of a Piltover fallen star that represents Zaun. So I feel like he's gonna take his spot in the next couple episodes and be known as the person that brings progress to Zaun and gives them all these inventions and stuff. I think Echo wasn't even, we didn't see Echo at all. So I'm assuming that Echo, his whole time traveling stuff is probably gonna be once Zaun gets more technologically advanced. So I'm thinking maybe in the next episode you'll see him, but everything seems to be gonna be wrapping up, and that should be kind of where it is. Jinx and Vi start actually get to meet up. Caitlyn gets Vi out of jail, so it's like now the whole promises from Silco to Jinx are like pretty much like breaking apart. A lot of people's lies are being exposed, and now we're starting to see them really get into the nitty-gritty of where the story actually is inside, that most of us know, like that most of us that know the lore know, where Jinx doesn't like Vi because Vi is with an enforcer. Enforcers are obviously people that killed their parents. Not only that, but also are part of the Piltover, which, you know, everyone in the Piltover Zaun thing doesn't work really. So it's like everything's starting to come together, but the way that they're piecing it together is just fantastic. It's actually a phenomenal thing to see how they're pulling the lore together in such a way that, like I said, even in the first review, is that it really doesn't matter if you know the lore or not. You understand that stuff and you can piece it together, and it's a fantastic thing. Let me just check my notes real quick to make sure that I ain't missed nothing. I'm trying to get it all, baby. Marcus, there we go. Marcus, the story of Marcus. Now, he's not a League of Legends character either, but his corrupt copness is outstanding. It's the classic corrupt cop, the guy that's doing everything he can to keep things in balance or benefit himself, but then ends up being stuck in a crazy little loop. He seems like he's kind of like out of it now, but he lied to Silco, said that Vi was dead, but he actually rescued or arrested Vi, and that's why Vi doesn't know why she's stuck there, but that's why she's stuck there, is because of the deal between Silco to kind of keep her there. But I'm weirded that they just didn't at that point just kill Vi. I don't see the purpose of just locking her up forever. It seems stupid, and it's one of the things that bad people do. They do stupid stuff that eventually comes to bite them in the ass. So Vi does get out, like I said before, with Caitlyn. Caitlyn's story or involvement in the story is kind of it's just stupid. And not stupid, I shouldn't say that, but it's just so low impact. She's just a cop that's trying to solve a case. She figures out the case, she figures out that Jinx is responsible, and then she knows Jinx is with Silco, and she's just on the case. Now, she's known as the best Piltover like detective, so I'm assuming she's gonna get credit for this at the end, maybe towards the end that she grabs it. But I've never known Jinx to be arrested, so I'm assuming she's just going to be on charge, probably under Jace, and being in charge of finding Jinx and bringing her to justice. And Vi is probably going to be her main enforcer, but they all know deep down that, you know, they want to try to convert her. But it's about how crazy Jinx is, which is the next thing that I want to talk about, because they make Jinx, I think her insanity, and insanity I feel is a hard thing to portray. It's hard to make someone seem crazy. It's really hard to like make the audience believe that the person is crazy and not just stupid, because I think that in a cinematic universe it's so easy to see, like, I feel like it can be flip-flops, like you like this person just doing stupid things, but they're showing that she is very of sound mind in certain places, but then it quickly switches whenever something in her past kind of triggers. I like that Silco tried to be like, oh, you know, you can just look at it like this and, you know, you'll be all right. And if you, but you know, she's unstable. You can see her combat paralysis is getting better, because I think she's getting regular injections of the shimmer, I think they call it. She's getting regular injections of that, so she's kind of a little bit augmented herself. But all in all, I think that it is just phenomenal. Once again, let me just double check the notes. No, I think I got everything, but it is crazy. Jinx, I don't think before that she killed anyone, but now she's killing people, and I think that is a little bit different from what it was before, and like the fact that that's where it got a little bit more serious, that Jinx started acting off on her own to do her own little missions and stuff like that. She's starting to do her own thing, and I think that that is really like insane. Like it's you can tell she's going off the deep end to start proving stuff and like getting her own results, which is like part of growing up. A crazy person growing up does crazy things to, I don't know, prove they're adults. I don't know, it's kind of crazy. Now, how many times did I just say crazy? Anyway, next thing I want to talk about was the preview. You see Vi and Jace fighting together with their augmented weapons, their hexed gemmed equipment. Vi with her classic gauntlets that she's gonna probably fashion after Vander, and then Jace with his hammer, which I don't know. I wonder if there's actually gonna switch. If you guys don't know from the game, he has a hammer that switches to like a, I feel like it's a crossbow. Like it kind of symbolizes like a crossbow. It can even shoot a gate, and then he can shoot projectiles through it. I'm pretty sure they're not going to do all that nonsense, or maybe they will as a homage or like a tribute to the people that know what it can actually do. Maybe they'll be like, maybe he'll win the day by shooting a blaster through it, because they haven't shown hex tech in an offensive way at all. So I'm really interested to see exactly how they're going to do that. And Jace smashed one of the hottest chicks in the series. I mean, I'm rooting for my boy, but at the second time it's like, damn, Jace, like, he's making a lot of like him jumping in the political world as a non-political person, I think is becoming very dangerous. Even when he told Victor, hey, finish that research any way that you can, first thing Victor does is go to his old mentor, who looks like, if I'm not mistaken, is in cahoots with Silco. So they're gonna probably make stuff. And I think you also see in the trailer that it looks like Zaun is getting a lot of hex tech kind of equipment. They have like full body suits that look like Nautilus, and I shouldn't just say Nautilus, but like they look like, or Bioshock would be a good thing. The big daddies, they look like they're having these technological augmented suits, and it looks like it's going to be a big war for the finale. And I don't even know. I'm pretty sure Zaun, not that they'll lose again, but maybe it won't be as crazy as I think it will be. But I'm really curious to how they're going to wrap this up. Also, the thing was, Vi gets kidnapped by people, and I think, stop it. I think what I'm interested to see is those people that kidnapped her. Now, I'm thinking one of them might be Echo, because Echo was, like I said, completely missing in these last 3 episodes, and his involvement was really, like, they introduced him in the first one. They kind of, I feel like they didn't have to do that. They could have literally had Echo come like in the 3rd thing and then flesh the story out, but I feel like Echo has to come back in the last 3 episodes. I don't know if he'll be with the time travel stuff, because that's kind of what he's known for, dushing with time and reversing and doing all this weird stuff. But that would be a little bit whack if they're like, oh, I could just take you back to the beginning and we could fix all this, no hush up, no hush, no foul. And I'm pretty sure he's not going to do that. But that's all I gotta really say. That's M.F.O, and now you guys know. YFO's in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel about Arcane episode 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so what do you guys think about it? Are you happy? Are you sad? Are you, what character do you like the most? Are you still against Jinx? I think they did a really good job portraying Jinx and how she's really trying to keep it together. Before, in the first one, I said I don't want to play her anymore, but now I think I'm okay with playing her now. She's kind of a badass, but she's, you know, she's a little crazy. Yeah. Now that she's killed 6 people, I'm Team Jinx. But please don't think of it like that. But I think that they, like I said, they did a good job portraying her. All the characters feel just so real. Oh, by the way, Vi Falcon kneeing that chick, yes, chef's kiss. Love it every day. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.